Gonna revisit my Suzuki Bandit or B12. It's a 1200S, so big engine. This is from 1999. I did a previous all the mods on this and just wanted to kind of go through. I made a few more. You know, what can I say? It never really ends, I guess you could say. But here's the things I just wanted to show you. There's a few things. A couple of them are ergonomic. The other was because there was a really good deal on it, and another one, well, a couple are stylish too. So most all of it happens up here in the front end, and I'll give you a moment to kind of take in, and I'll tell you exactly what I changed here. The biggest thing, obviously size, is this, and I do not know how to pronounce if that's Puig, I don't know. Never known that one. Anyway, this was on sale through Cycle Gear. Is one of those open box things. It was actually a very easy install. It's a smoke black, obviously, and the adjustments, the mounts, and everything worked perfectly with the headlight that I had, the mounting system that I had. It kind of cleaned up the look of this original. I mean, I got plenty of space back here, of course, but you know, even if I'd had all the original pods and everything on here, probably would have fit. The only thing that I did that was kind of, I will say, a little bit creative, required some engineering thinking, was right down here, if you can see it. There's like a rubber sleeve that I had to put over the end of this long bolt. That's what keeps this thing from moving up and down. And so rather than scarring up my beautiful CNC machined headlight mounts, I found this in my spare parts, and it's like it worked perfectly as both as a shock insulator, but also to keep this thing nice and secure. So the windscreen, yeah, it doesn't give you much protection, but that's not really the point. It does give it a nice clean look. Really, you know, looking at it from the side, from the front, it just fits really well on this bike. The next thing I did was adjustable levers, and those of you that know some of my other bikes and you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I just really appreciate having this adjustment, but also this shorter lever, and then the closeness to the bars, that bend. These I actually had to get from a company in the UK. I'll put a link. I'm drawing a blank right now on the name, but I'll put a link in the description of where I got these. So if you are a Suzuki Bandit owner, a first gen, second gen, whatever, you should be able to get these. So the other thing you'll see is I also upgraded the mirrors. I had you know, kind of the regular handlebar mounted mirrors. I did get some finishing plugs just to kind of make that look a little bit better, instead of just an open thread hole. Anyway, these are from MotoGadget. They are the glassless. It's like a high polish aluminum. It's quite amazing, actually, and they're thin. How thin the profile is. I mean, you can barely. I mean, it's like, it's amazing. It's like knife blade thin. These mount really easily. I didn't have to even, you know, adjust the controls. There's an end, a plug that goes in. You can kind of see it here. That goes in first. This goes around it. MotoGadget really thought these out well, and again, they are just really nicely done. High quality machining. I could not be happier, and great visibility. I'd say probably more visibility than the originals that were mounted up here and came out. So that was another upgrade, and these actually were what do they call it, an open box, like a returned item from Cycle Gear. So again, I think I maybe saved 20 bucks on them, but it just, you know, it's totally worth it. Then the last thing, again, it's a control thing, is I actually upgraded the mount point from my Rams, from the Ram mount for my Garmin, to these that are a bit more elegant than what Ram makes. Ram makes his U-clamps with the, you know, the bolts that go here. They're really kind of industrial and ugly. These have a bit of just a nicer look. When I mount my Garmin on here, I've got a safety tether that actually mounts on this ball, or I can actually mount my GoPro camera there if I wanted to film. So very very easy, simple mods. Just kind of improve the front look and feel, visibility, controls, just ergonomics and overall look of the bike. So again, so the very last thing on this bike, because again, I will never say that I won't do more improvements or upgrades, is I do have a new rear shock on order. The one that's in here is the original from 1999. It's not like it's failing or seeping or leaking, but I figure after 25 years it's earned the right to be replaced. I have one coming from YSS. Actually has a red spring on it, so that'll be kind of nice. It'll be black and red, matching the overall kind of color scheme of the bike. That's not why I bought it, but it's I think they call it an emulsion one, so it's designed for aggressive, not track day riding, but aggressive sport riding. So once I get that, I'll probably put it on later this fall, maybe next spring. I may not get a ride in on it this year. But the other thing that I do have to do, this happened to me the other day. You may or may not be able to see it, but I've got an actual nail in my rear tire. And this is the first time in all the years I've been riding I've actually ever had a nail or some foreign object puncture a tire. Obviously it's not enough to make it go flat, but I was going to go out on a ride and check this, and it was down to like 19 pounds, and it's like, wait, that's not right, because normally I run them at 35 and 35. And it was a reinforcement of why I check air pressure every time I ride. Maybe I'm a little obsessive that way, but I think it's a good idea. So I'm going to get these tires replaced. If this one is too damaged to continue with, I'm not sure. I'll probably replace it with the Q3 Plus, which is what's on there. The front one actually is a Q3. It's got quite a few more years on it than the rear does. So I actually had it on scheduled maintenance for next year to replace the front at least, but I think I may just replace both of them now. So that's kind of the overall changes. Nothing too dramatic other than, you know, it actually I think kind of improves with the windscreen and some of the controls. It kind of improves this to make it a bit more Street Fighter-ish than it was even originally. And I hope you like it, and happy to answer questions if you have any about what I've done or what I am doing, and I'll try and get all the links and everything in the description. And as always, if you feel like subscribing or giving me a like, I always appreciate that. And I just hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.